everybody, I'm Chris Cromwell. Welcome back to my channel, and also I'm going to be promoting other people's motor vlogging channels. For example, here's a t-shirt I just got the other day. Her two wheels, that's put out by Jess. She's really super cool, talented. She rides a Harley. I ride a Harley Davidson as well, a 2011 Harley Nightster. I'll be doing a lot of my motor vlogging on that. So check her out. I'll put her channel links in the description below. Check her out, give her a like, subscribe to her channel, and maybe I'll see if I can turn around so you can see the back of it. It's really pretty cool design. You can see that. Hope you saw that okay. So I'm going to be wearing a shirt like this during the times I'm out there motor vlogging, but I also want to wear other motor vlogging t-shirts as well, like from Shade Tree Surgeon and Doodle with a Motorcycle, and just BB & Crow if she gets merch someday, and just many others. You know, I haven't met them all yet. I'm just starting out on this. So if anyone has a free t-shirt, I wear an extra large, I'd be more than happy and thrilled to wear it during my motor vlogs. And I might even get around to experimenting with a second camera setup. I have a second camera, which is this is the one I'm recording on. It's not really designed for a action camera, so it may not work, but I can make some experiments anyways. But today's my first how-to video on my channel. In order for me to start taking some videos and start putting them up there on YouTube, and maybe eventually I get around to making some live feeds. Here's my helmet. As you can see, it's the full face shield. There's no chin, thing right there. So this is going to be a little bit different setup than a lot of other people I've watched on YouTube. I'm going to be mounting the camera here. I have a GoPro. I do have a GoPro 7 Hero Black. I'll be putting the camera here, mounting it, and I got a couple of mounting options I'll show you. It's been sitting out here in the sun, getting nice and warm from the sun, in hopes that I'll make a really good contact with the 3M tape I'm going to put on there, and it won't come off. I do have a GoPro 7 Hero Black. I bought it used off of eBay, and so I have it set up already as best as I could get it. I have it set for 1080i. I got it all set up, just so it won't be taking up a lot of battery and a lot of memory off the SD card. So I'll take this handy wipe here, get it nice and clean, let it dry for a bit. Also, with my GoPro Hero 7 camera, I do have the little microphone adapter. I forgot to bring on my headset, but this little microphone came off of the Turtle Beach gaming headset. It's one of those big full gaming headsets, and that's where this little microphone came in. This will plug right into the little microphone adapter for the 7 Hero Black GoPro camera. So I'm going to be mounting that kind of sort of to the helmet. I'm probably going to be zip tying it. Here is my GoPro, and I bought a bunch of accessories to make it mount. And the GoPro did come with this little plastic case, so it's inside here. You can see on the bottom, you get this little bracket. It's like a three-way bracket, and it goes like this way. And I have it set so it's going to be on the left side of the helmet, and that's because I need the room to put this little cable in there for the microphone adapter. And the microphone adapter is also set up so that with another cable in this, I can plug my little battery pack into the GoPro, and so I can get more extra battery life out of it. So I'm going to be testing that out too. So now I got the side of the helmet cleaned off as best as I'm able to. I guess the trick would be to try to mount this thing so it's going to be as level as possible. But the nice thing about it too, like I mentioned, is that this is adjustable. So even if I don't have it quite exactly straight, I can make some tweaks and adjustments to make up for it. And oh yeah, in case you're wondering where I bought all of this stuff, well, I bought a whole big bag of it. A whole big bag of accessories, mounting, different mounting options, a whole 9 yards. And I got that all off of eBay. So this is a three-way mount, and I'm using just a flat piece because it's going to be mounting. Got to turn the right way. It's going to be mounting kind of like on the flat side or flat part of the helmet. So it's not rounded, so I need to use a flat piece, as the rounded piece of the mounting won't work very well like that. So if I can get it so it's relatively going to be straight looking out, you know, where the visor is, and then I have to kind of tilt up this mount up some to make it so it line up. And then even though I'll get it close as I can, and then I can just adjust the rest of it a little later. And I can also tighten it down with the mounting, the little screws that are in here. You can see a little screw right in front. I can kind of go ahead and secure it down a bit better with that. So here is the little 3M stickers here. They give you quite a few, so that's pretty handy. And then the other thing I was thinking about doing was, well, I mean, I'm sure these are sticky, but I don't really 100% trust these, so I thought what I might also try is I can also cut off a piece of this Velcro double-sided tape. It's also 3M, and where I can put the sticker like on the sticky part on the other side of this, you know, and then maybe it will secure it on there a bit more. So the last thing I ever want to have is, you know, this to get weak and come off. So I want to try and give it as much security as I can. And then on top of that, I also got the little insurance mounts here. I'll put this on there on the helmet. So I think what I'll do, let's see, I won't need much of a piece. I'm going to be putting that on here, right on top of the sticky part of this Velcro piece. And the other half of this will attach on the helmet. But I was wanting to begin with that over the last, I don't know, 6.5 odd months or a little longer. I've been watching quite a few different motovlogger channels on YouTube. And the reason for that is because I've just bought, back in October, I bought a 2011 Honda Sportster Nightster. I bought it used at the dealership. And so after I got it home, I thought, well, you know, I thought, well, this would be cool if there's a way I could try to make some YouTube videos with my bike, but how would I go about doing it? So I started doing an awful lot of research over the last good several months, and you know, ever since October, you know, it's, I guess, about 6 months or a little longer, about all the different video vloggers out there on YouTube and how they have their setup going and what they did and all that sort of thing. And so that gave me quite a few ideas, because I want to do this right. You know, I want to be successful at this thing, at this venture of YouTube, as I do have another channel on YouTube that I started. I first signed on to YouTube way back in March of 2007, and but during that time I never posted any videos or anything like that. I was just using YouTube. See, I'm putting it on there on this mount there. I just signed on to YouTube back in 2007, just pretty much just to watch music videos. And it wasn't until 2013 in March, I think it was March, no, it wasn't March, it was June or July of 2013, I started finally posting some videos. But they're all mostly going to be all music videos and a few how-tos and that kind of thing. And so which never really took off or did very well. I'm currently only at 733 subscribers when I'm doing this video right now today. So since 2013 all the way on up to today, only 733 subscribers, and so that's well beyond short of the 1,000 subscribers. I was kind of hoping I could make my channel monetized, and it may be another, who knows, 4 or 5 more years at least before my channel ever gets monetized. And I think it's just because my other channel is just not what people are searching for. Not everyone's going to be looking for music videos or the kind of music I'm putting up, or the kind of songs or how-to videos people are looking for. So I just have to, I just need to find another way, you know. And so if I want to be successful on YouTube and get some subscribers, and as well as putting out some really good quality content that people want to see and watch, I have to really change up my game. And so I started to study that, and wanting to do that. Kind of say I've been working on getting it on that helmet, but I think I may have this Velcro thing a little crooked, so I'm not sure if that's going to work really well. You know, making motovlog videos would be something that people want to be watching and be really interested in. So I just started to look into that more. However, this is with this being my first motovlog channel, I am not new to motorcycles. And some of you might think or say, well, what do you mean by that? Well, I have ridden a motorcycle before. Back in 2006, I bought a brand new special ordered. It was a Harley Davidson 1200 low. Back in those days, you could special order bikes that you wanted. You can't do that anymore. But when I bought my 2006 Sportster 1200 low, you know, YouTube was still getting going back in those days, and it wasn't really set up real well for motor vlogging like it is today. And the other thing too, of course, is that I didn't have the money anyway, or much less the camera or the equipment to even think about making a you know, motor vlogging channel back in those days. I was just enjoying my Harley Davidson around, but I would probably just I probably would have found out a way, or figured out a way to get a camera and somehow figure out how to get the camera mounted on the helmet and do some motor vlogging channels way back in those early days, because I had that Harley Davidson motorcycle for about a good 4.5 years, and I rode my Harley down to Tennessee, all the way down to Knoxville, Tennessee for a bike rally. I rode my Harley way on out to the eastern part of Kentucky, Pikeville, Kentucky. There was a Harley rally out there. This is the anchor mount. Just put the double-sided tape on here, and it feeds through this little hole there. This is the string of it. I got to figure out how to tie this around the camera. Anyway, so I rode it on out to the Harley rally in Pikeville, Kentucky for a weekend, which is kind of a washout that rained. Then I drove my Harley way on out to Colorado for another Harley rally way out there in 2007. And so I had quite a lot of experiences and things with my Harley bike until I finally traded it in on a 2011 Camaro. It was a L2 2LTRS, that's what it was, dark red, but that's another story for another day. A 2006 Sportster 1200 low. I really like that bike. I did a lot of upgrades and mods to that bike up until I traded it in. But once again, if I was to know then what I know now, I probably just want to hang on to that bike and not trade it in on anything. So that was probably not the best decision to make back in those days. But so 10 years went by. I sold the bike. I traded it in back in 2010. So from 2010 to now is about a good 10 years, well, maybe almost 10 and a half thereabouts or so, since I rode a Harley last time. So this is gonna be getting back into Harleys, getting back into motorcycling. I want to do it the right way. I want to do it the correct, proper way. I want to do it the, by that I mean the, positive. I want to go out there and encourage other people to ride, especially women. We definitely need a whole lot more women out here riding bikes and Harleys. That'd be a definite plus if women were riding Harleys and all that. That'd be super cool. But I'm all for riding with about any brand, so long as more people are out there riding and they get on a Harley too. That would be super. That'd be great. I'm not really sure where to put this little anchor mount. I'm thinking, you can kind of see I got it. I probably got it almost straight. I can make some tweaks with it here in a little while. I guess I could put my insurance mount thing here just not too far away from it, so kind of afraid no matter what I do it's going to come off. And if I guess if I have an issue with it, I can always just get another one. Say I'll just stick it on here. If I have an issue, I got extras. I have a few extra ones. I can maybe secure it on there with a double-sided tape, double-sided Velcro tape, if I need to. And so I guess what you do now, I suppose, is you just take this and you just tie it around here, and maybe a few times. I'm not sure how that works out. That's pretty loose, but kind of see I kind of got that kind of tied around. You probably can't see because of the light, but I got it tied around in a double knot. It's probably not going to stay real well, so I do have another zip tie. I got longer ones too. So I got some longer zip ties. Let's see if I can get a little bit more security out of this thing in case the little string's going to snap or come untied or something else. Because like Jess on her channel, her two wheels showed during a ride she was on, somebody lost their GoPro out there on the road in the middle of the street, middle of the highway. And so that's not any good when that happens, because if you lose that, you can probably tell that you lost it. Maybe you won't feel it right away or whatever. I'm sure you'll find out, but it's like it's going to be gone when that comes off, and I don't want that. So let's see if I can try to get that on there. So I got zip tie wrapped around this little thing here, and again, it's not stuck on quite all the way, but mostly. It's on a warm piece of plastic, so hopefully it'll seal on better. But I got my little zip tie run around the little mount here. You probably can see that or not, I'm not sure. But wrap it around there. So with a string and with this, maybe that would help. Don't want to make it too tight because I don't want to crack anything or break it. Protection and security, a lot more insurance, as you could say, like you doubled your insurance. So now, like I mentioned, I got this, got my microphone adapter. So now I got it mounted on up here, and with that plastic being warm, it's going to be sealing up against there. So this little microphone USB plugs in. I don't know if you can see or not. Plugs right into that little connector right there. And again, I can make some tweaks and adjustments and tighten some things down so it's not quite so loose. So we'll have to see how that's going to work out. If it's still too loose or shaky or whatever, I can make some other changes or adjustments. But this is just to give you some ideas. So what I was wanting to do now is I want to secure this on this little plastic elbow piece. So like I mentioned earlier, I haven't been riding in 10 years, but I still got my endorsement on my license for motorcycle. I never wanted to lose that, so I always kept it on my license because I thought, well, maybe someday I might get back to riding. And so I got married in 2012. My wife was real adamant with me about making sure I never ever get a motorcycle. Well, so I mean, I agreed with her. I figured out all the time, and you know, during those years I've been married to her, that yeah, I probably wouldn't get back into riding motorcycles, because even though I enjoyed it, it wasn't quite exactly all that fun and games either. I mean, there were some things with it that I didn't really care about, and that could be a subject for another day, on another video vlog. I can discuss more about that as to what happened. My experiences with my Harley bike the first time wasn't all that 100% pleasant. But I mean, so there were some things that made me stop riding back in 2010, made me sell the bike and trade it in. There were some things that I wasn't real happy with back in those days with riding a motorcycle. But you know, when you stop riding, even for a couple of years, couple of months, even 10 years, however long it is, you still have that little bit of passion. You get that little bit of, it's hard to describe. It's a little something that's inside of you, and it sits there and it's dormant. And you think it's never going to arise in anything or come back and remind you, but that's exactly what happened to me. It was in the summer, it was during the summertime of 2019, and I drive a school bus for a living, so I can show you that. But I drove a school bus back in 2019, I still do, and during the summertime I was off during the summer, and I was just sitting around the house all for the whole 2 months, and all I saw every day, see I get the zip tied up around this little bracket here for the external mic. Anyway, so all I saw that whole time was just Harleys riding up and down the road. That was all I saw. You know, a lot of Harleys going up and down the road and right past the house here. And so that kind of got me into really starting to miss riding my Harley, the Harley that I had that one day. And so that's kind of why I was kind of wanting to get back into it. And so I don't know, just that thing that lied dormant for a long time, it finally just came back up, and it came back to life again. And next thing I know, I'm heading on back down towards the Harley dealership here in Lexington and seeing about buying another bike, even though I wasn't sure how I was going to pay for it. So I got the little microphone adapter, was zip tied. You can see a little bit better in that angle. It's not perfect, not very pretty. I guess you could say it looks like a great big science project. I'm sure a lot of people are going to tell me that. But I want to do everything I can to make sure that this is going to be all secure best as I can and not come all apart and blow away on me and running on down the road. So I definitely don't want that. So I got the little microphone. I got the little microphone up inside the helmet. I get another zip tie. I can run the little microphone way up inside the this strap here. It's way up inside the helmet, like near where the anchor is. I can run another zip tie around it to secure it up against the strap. And then I also want to make sure I get the little microphone part oriented around the right way, so you can hear me better instead of the wind or some other noise. And now, as you can see at the end of this, there's a little connector right there, and it's pointing down. So what I could do is I could plug in my little cable here, which is it's a little C cable. It can plug right into this. Right into there. And this should be more than long enough. Plenty of cord long enough. I can just put this in my pocket and plug it in here. you know, and then I'll have, you know, extra power. You know, and you can get these for 20 bucks or 20 something dollars at Amazon. And so this is fully charged, so I can definitely try it out. You know, maybe we'll go for a little ride later today and try to test everything out and see how it works. If I gotta make some more adjustments, then you know, that's what I could do that. Of course, it might be right up against my cheek as well. So I don't know. I'll have to see how that's gonna work. It may not work out real well like that. I'm gonna have to figure out a different way. As with this, since this is not a chin kind of helmet, it's going to be real difficult trying to mount a camera on it. As you can see, I got it mounted on the side, where ideally it's better having it right on the front, on the chin guard, where you can easily run the microphone right through the little openings in the chin guard and have it all discreet and have it all right where you want it and all that good stuff. And so just have to just try it out and do some experimenting. So the best you can do is just try to get it lined up as, you know, about even with the eye level that you can, and that should be about close enough, like maybe like right about there. Kind of sort of see maybe about eye level. And then I got these little screws here. I got one there and I got one up here. I can snug those down a bit more. So maybe that will, doing it that way would be still pretty good. Maybe that will work out just as well, and test out the microphone placement, see how that works out. So how about you and I, maybe you and I can go on out for a little ride together on the Harley and see how this is going to perform. So I got it set for 1080, 60 frames per second. I got it set for linear for field of view. I got the low light off. I got stabilization auto. I got Pro Tune on. I got the shutter speed set for, it says 1/120th. I think I saw that somewhere as to what to put it at. And then I also have the white balance is native, ISO minimum is 100, ISO max is 800, sharpness is high, color is GoPro, raw audio is off, the mics are auto, but I may need to set up the microphone. I got the preferences where I got the voice command is off, I got the camera beeps are off, I got the quick caps are off, and I got other preferences. One of them I could have it set up so I can have it link up to my phone, and I can always see if it's really recording or not. But I can always just take a peek in the mirror, and while the camera is on, I can see that way if it's really working or not. So make some other adjustments on this just to see if there's any change, and I'll take this out for a test ride here on the Harley bike here in a little bit.